not a healing song. We don't have to get along. We've been blind in a wandering land. This is not a healing song. This is not a healing place. This is something we erase. We've been chased by the tide and the waves. No ending to this race. But now I chose to hide the key to my wicked fantasies. That's a part of me. You're lying in a bed with me, but all I wanna see is wicked fantasies.
All right. Hey, Warren. How are you, mate? Good to see you back. Alrighty then, guys. Let's wait for everyone to come in and then we'll get into it, huh? Having a good day, Warren? Must be early there, yeah? Pretty early. In Wyoming. G'day, Nick. How are you? Welcome, welcome. How's the sound, guys? The music and my audio. G'day, Martin. Renee, how we doing? Rennie, Renee, not sure which one. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let's wait for everyone to come in. Hey, Michael. Welcome, welcome. All right, got my coffee. I'm ready to go. Anyone seeing any trades at the moment? Hey, Kai, welcome. First live stream, Kai, is it? You just joined this week, I think, is it? Did you? First live stream as a free trialer. Welcome, welcome. Werner, g'day. Sean, Barry, welcome to the stream, guys. Let's get all the people in here. Arek, how are you? So I was thinking, guys, we might talk a little bit about the funding program today if everyone wants to. Maybe give you some more details. Shen, Riley, Chris, welcome, guys, welcome. Louis, second join this week, yeah, after watching for a couple of weeks. Nice, Kai. Well, welcome aboard, mate. G'day, Rich, Sanya, Shen. Oh, Shen K and other Shen. Two Shens. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Alright, we got any trades here? Martin. There's a funding program. Two Martins. How we doing, fellas? This is looking like a pretty decent trade. Yeah, it's a classic, right, Martin? Ugh. Euro, Swiss franc. I've got to map this. Alrighty, guys. Any questions, any trades to look at or anything like this? And make sure you give a like on this video as well, guys. Alright, that'll be really good if you could give a like here. Euro SEK. Oh, look at this. We had a few big moves just now. SEK. Euro USD. Let's have a look at it, huh? Hello, Michael. Hello, Andres. EOS USDT. Yeah, we'll take a look at that as well, okay? Alright. What are we at? Euro USD, I think you said? Yeah, Euro USD. Hey, Spirit. Good to have you here, mate. Welcome, welcome. Ooh. Ooh. Holy. Look at this. 4x, right? 4x. That's nuts. But, I mean, if you got this extension trade here, that would have been solid. Solid extension here. Extensions and the hard support doing exactly what they're supposed to do, right? We've got these heavy liquidations all down through here. People getting stopped out. Bang. Straight into the hard support and extension 1. Straight back up. That's exactly what the hard S and extension are there for. That was news. Do you wait for the price to return to the previous levels before the big spike, or just trade them as they are now? Yeah, I just wait. Hey, Luke. Welcome. Yeah, so I just trade them. I don't care about news. I'm not worried about news when I'm trading. Like, I'm not considering that. You know, maybe I do trade news, but I don't know I'm trading news. I'm just trading what the market structure is giving me, what X mode telling me, what RTD is telling me, all those type of things. Yeah, I was those people in Aussie dollar, US dollar. Let's look at AUD USD. I didn't have this trade on this account. It was a 4-hour trade, I believe. I had it on another one. But my stop loss was actually right around here. Right there. And I didn't catch the stop loss. My stop loss didn't get hit. It just missed it. And Algo looking after me, I guess. But yeah, just missed the stop loss here. And then came straight back up to the entries. I thought maybe because of this candle here, this big wick here, we might have actually got a bit more upside and broken through this 100% alignment level for maybe a retest and continuation. But, you know, it's acted as kind of a resistance. So, yeah. With icy markets and got stopped, Shen. Yeah. I didn't get stopped out on my other account. EOS. We're looking at EOS USDT 1 hour. Let's take a look at this. Strong uptrend. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, for sure. I mean, previously around this level, look here, we've got this bullish engulfing candle straight off this level here in the past. I mean, right now, we've got 21 minutes until this hourly candle closes. We've got a nice wick off the level so far. You know, if it closes anything like this, then it's going to be really, really nice. Look, I see no reason why you wouldn't take this trade. Let's actually have a look at the 4-hour time frame. What's this level doing on that time frame? Yeah, good level on the 4-hour as well. You can see we've got this respect of the market structure in the past here as well. So I think it's a nice trade. I mean, it's a good, strong uptrend. It's a shitcoin, sure. EOS, USDT, shitcoin. You know, I'm not going to hold the thing forever, but it looks like a nice trade. It looks like a nice trade. Should we stay away from the exotic currencies, example USD Huff? Exotics aren't actually horrible, to be honest. On the lower time frames, yes, because they can be quite volatile. However, on the higher time frames, you know, if you're looking at... oh, it's on a 15-minute trade. I mean, it played out once already here. I probably wouldn't take it again. We're probably looking at 1, 2 playouts already, so I wouldn't be taking it again if this is the first time you're looking at it. But you can see it has actually worked a couple of times here already. So I wouldn't take it again if this is the first time you're looking at it. Michael. Aussie dollar is still alive too. Yeah, Sanya, mine is as well. Yeah, mine hasn't hit stop loss, Werner. I heard a 1-hour trade got stopped out, but not 4-hour. Yeah, the one I took the 4-hour trade. So I usually always take the higher time frame trade. If I've got the same entry points, right? If I've got the same entries, I usually always take the higher time frame trade. Yeah, I usually always take the higher time. I think I mentioned this in the weekly market review this week as well, to be honest with you. Make sure to pump those likes as well, guys. Pump the likes up for me. I mentioned this in the weekly market review. I think I had an option of a 4-hour and a 1-day trade, both at the same time. and I went for the 1 day trade, I usually just always take the higher time frame because my stop loss is a lot more generous on that higher time frame. Okay, usually it's like the true invalidation is the higher time frame trade. The lower time frame trade might not be the true invalidation for that stop loss point. What else are we looking at, guys? Missed only pop up the 1 hour, I believe. Maybe the 4 hour I missed and only pop up the 1 hour. Yep. Okay, fair enough. What? XAU USD. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, strong trend. Notice that 4 hour time frame is my time frame, so I'm mostly executing on 4 hour. That's good, Sonia. I mean, you would, being that you've been with Breakfree Trading so long, you know, you've been trading for a while now, you would have a good sense of what time frame is your preferred time frame to trade on, and that's perfect. So did you... No, I didn't exit it at break even. I probably should have in hindsight, but I just left it because I like the look of the candle. That candle, let's have a look at it again. I didn't mind this candle here. It did close below my level though, which was a bit of a shame. I thought we might get some more upside after that, but, you know, didn't. So, anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hello, Pierre. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, guys, we've got the funding program, yeah? If you haven't heard about doing well on your training course, loving it, almost complete, and also understanding of how to read candlesticks is improving, do you look at the crypto market? Do I look at... Yeah, I look at the crypto market. I mean, it's unusual for me not to have a Bitcoin trade running when we start this, when we start this stream. So should we get out of the trade? You can set to break even if you want to, Shen. It's up to you entirely whether you feel comfortable setting this to break even or not. I haven't set it to break even. I'm just going to let it run. How do you handle a trade when the RTD are different on the local and global? Try to stay with them both going in the same direction. It's not necessary, Renee, especially on the higher time frames, because what you'll notice on higher time frames, okay, is that usually you will have the local against the global trend. So like, for example, here, right? We've got a weak uptrend and we've got the local actually against the global, but this local against the global is probably the exact kind of deviation we need to push us into this important level, right? So on higher time frames, it's not unusual for you to actually have the local countering the global in terms of the trend, all right? So don't be too worried about that. If I was you, I'd be more worried about what's going on with this number right here, okay? This is going to give you a really good overview of what the overall trend is doing. How do you handle a trade? Yep. More about the funding program, Dan. Yep. Luke, CAD Swiss franc, 15-minute. Yeah, I saw that one, Luke. Well done to you and Rich, I think, caught that. I saw you guys talking about that in the Grand Dojo. Just going to let it run too. Cool. Leo, how are you? All right, guys. Yeah, funding program. We've been talking about it for a while, and it's pretty much right around the corner. So, you know, all things being equal, we should have some page out basically for you guys on... This should have a page up for you guys so you can see everything we're going to be doing in all the details, and yeah, we can go from there. But what do you want to know about the program first of all? Is there anything in particular? I'll give you a brief overview. So pretty much what we'll be doing here is we'll be giving one-on-one coaching sessions along with the funding itself. So we want to make sure that, you know, you guys are in a position to succeed, and we want to make sure that, you know, we can get you out of trading when you shouldn't be trading, right? To handle those emotions. So your coach will really be there basically to help you understand your emotions, help you understand why you're taking trades and all that kind of thing. And basically be there, you know, along the journey with you as you kind of progress as a trader and progress through the fund itself. Do you have any tips overcoming fear placing trades? I found backtesting really helps. Yeah, Leo, Leo, when you are, if you have a fear of placing a trade, what you need to understand is why you've got that fear. So you need to be able to accept the risk first of all. So you need to understand what the risk is that you've got on that trade. So this is most likely why you've got the fear, because you're risking too much and you know you're risking too much. Like in your mind, it's too much to lose like $500 or $1,000 on the trade or something like that. Whatever the dollar figure is that you're going to lose if it hits your stop loss is too much for you. So I would say scale the account down and then slowly build it up again, because you're not comfortable yet subconsciously with dealing with that kind of risk and dealing with that kind of loss. That's the only reason why I could see you having a fear. The other alternative is that maybe you've got a fear because you need to be right, but you need to just understand that you're not going to be right all the time in trading. And if it's a fear of being wrong, then it's just something you're going to have to live with. And as you continue to place trades, you're going to understand that you're going to be wrong, but actually every time you're wrong, you're right, as long as you continue to execute on your edge. Because every time you let that edge play out, every time you execute your edge, you're right. Okay, whether it hits stop loss or it hits take profit, you're right, as long as you're executing your edge and you're letting the law of large numbers play out. Okay, so one of those two scenarios is why you're having the fear, and you need to identify which one of them it is, and then you need to just basically, even if you've got to meditate or something like that to come to terms with it, or you need to just reduce your account size because it's too much that you're trading and you can't handle mentally losing that amount of money. I'm looking for my Sonar trades. Yep. Do you have any details about the funding program, like targets, account sizes? Yep. So we'll have 4 different programs, okay, guys? We'll have an aggressive and a normal risk program, and then inside of those two, we're going to have 2 different starting account sizes, a 10K and a 40K, which both will have the potential to scale up to $1 million. All right. So we'll be scaling up to 7 figures. Hopefully, we'll have some 7-figure traders around. But yeah, it'll be aggressive risk and normal risk, where the targets and the drawdown amounts are different. And then there'll be the 10K and the 40K within that. Obviously different price points for each one of those, but we've kind of set it up so that you should be able to get into any one of the programs regardless of your financial situation, because you'll also be getting 3 months of the algorithm subscription, either Discovery or Pro, depending on which package you select as well. So it should, all told, be a pretty reasonable deal for you, and you also get the one-on-one coaching as well. So yeah, you'll have a evaluation phase where you'll be trading on a demo account to meet a specific profit target without taking an equity drawdown in your account. And there will be a time limit to that. However, we want to make this a really human experience with your coach. And if you do need more time and the coach sees that you're trading well, you're not doing stupid things like that, we're more than happy to give you that extra time. It's not going to be a really kind of like tons of rules like most prop firms out there. It's going to be more of a human experience, because really we want you to win at the end of the day, and we want you to be trading our capital and making money for both of us. So yeah, that's probably what I would say is like the biggest difference between what we are going to do and what's already out there, making it a much more human experience for you, where it's like, what, run out of time, that's okay, you've been doing really well, you've been trading well, you've been doing all the right things, manage your risk appropriately, and you've just been being patient, so we'll extend that time, Hopefully that answers your question a little bit there, Raul. Looking at my Sonar trade for 5%ers, and wishing I had the intraday options I see in your Sonar. Are the coaches bringing like Esteban, Dixon, or yourself, or do you have external personnel? Yeah, so it'll be a mixture of myself, Asger, Martin, Esteban. That's who the coaching will be. So yeah, it'll be a BFT team, BFT traders. So yeah. I'm behind on these messages. I'm risking 0.5%. Feel like after getting funded, I'm stressed for nothing. I'm stressed for nothing. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. Funding program for me, I'd like to know, will it be capital to start or a subscription-based program? Yeah, so no subscription. Like, you're not going to have to pay a subscription each month like some prop firms. No, it'll just be an initial fee. I'll probably have more questions later. Just collecting
The youngest from school. Okay, no problem. You said it perfectly. What are the entry requirements? Just to pay the fee, but we will be actually, in the first round of the fund, we'll be limiting the number of people that can get in, just because of capital requirements and things like that, and because it's the first round, we'll be limiting the number of people that can get into the fund initially, okay? Are we looking forward to completing the course and starting trading? I audio booked a lot of psychology to improve mindset. Awesome. Yes, I've answered that. For the traders is like 70-30% for the profits. Yeah, so it'll be a 50-50 split for the profits. Profits will be 50-50 split. Yep, Kai, 50-50. Hello there, I'm new on Breakfree. I'm using IC Market Demo, and sometimes it tells me that they do not find the market on my broker. I try to map it, but instead, CAD SGD, I only find SGD CAD, for example. Oh, okay. Sure. Add SGD, is that a market? Let's have a look. Let's see if I can map this. Symbol mapping. Can't see it. Maybe they just don't have that market. Maybe they don't have that market. Whoever asked that question. Ricardo, maybe they don't have it. I would just skip it if they don't have it, okay? Or you might be able to find a broker that does. But you know what? You've got plenty of trades here that you can place. You don't need to go and place CAD, Singapore dollar, or something like this. What's the status of the Binance Bridge? Binance Bridge is live, Toadster. Binance Bridge is live. Let me show you. See, Binance Bridge here, Binance Options. Right there. I've had this issue, just means that market is not available. Yeah, it's too rare, exactly, Shen. Is your funding program suitable for people who have never traded and want to learn as much as possible? If you've never traded, I would probably, just trade for at least a while using like Discovery Plan or something like that. Get an understanding of what you're doing first. Like, I wouldn't come into funding without having a good understanding of what you're doing first, all right? Are you planning to release a video explaining the funding program? Yep. Yeah, we'll do a video. We've got a landing page coming very soon that you guys can all have a look at, like a website for you to look at with all of the details that I've just spoken about, the exact details. Whereas everyone, there's usually millions listening and interacting. Donovan, we've got like 48 here, 50 here, something like this. What is mapping? Mapping here is you just go down to the bottom and click map. Oh, my face is in the way. Okay. There's a little square down the bottom right corner, right over where my face is. So just click that. And then there's a word that says mapping. So click mapping, and then it brings up this mapping panel where you can just type in whatever market you've got. Like, for example, AUD USD, and then I need to map it to AUD USD.A. And I click plus, and that maps it across there. Honestly, I'm so glad I found BFT. Shen, awesome. Very good, very good. All right, cool. We got this trade punching into our hard resistance level now. Let's see what happens, huh? You have an idea of what targets must be hit for the funding scale? Yep, so we're looking at about 6% for the evaluation phase to get through the evaluation phase, Rich. And then it depends on the aggressive or normal, if you go with the aggressive account or the normal account. So the aggressive account will have a higher profit target, so it'll be 12%. And then the normal account will have a lower profit target, 6% for the evaluation phase. Stefan, I'm 18 months into trading, 12 or so with BFT, and only just into a funded program now. Definitely worth learning first. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I would absolutely, learn what you're doing first, use just the discovery plan or whatever you got to do to understand what you're doing first, and then come into funding. Then come into funding prepared. Awesome. No worries, Rich. Who is funding the funding program? We are funding the funding program. It'll be, yeah, BFT's capital. How long is the evaluation phase then? As soon as you hit your profit target. So you'll have a 3-month period in the evaluation phase. However, like I said before, you know, if you need more time, your coach sees you doing all the right things, then, you know, we're happy to give you more time as well. It's just about, you know, making sure that you're in a position to be successful. Don't want to make you feel rushed or anything like this. Yeah. Wow, that's so cool, Tom. The pair A, that dot A, the typical IC. Yeah. So in IC Market Spirit, IC Markets changed the name of their symbols for some people. So for some accounts, they've changed the name of the symbols to add a dot A after it. So for me, I don't know whether it's just IC Markets Australia, but it has dot .a that I need to add after the that I have to add after the symbol name to take the trades. Don't know, they just changed their symbol names. BFT funded program, that's so cool. It is, absolutely. What brokers will we use? We're gonna set up our own broker. So we are going to be directly connected with the liquidity provider. We're going to be handling that side of things as well. What are the profit targets in your challenge? Can't wait to become a funded trader. It's a game changer. Yep. So the profit targets I mentioned before to Rich. So for the evaluation phase, it'll be 6% for normal, 12% for aggressive. But like I said, guys, all of this information is going to be on a funded Breakfree Trading funding webpage for you all. So you can see that everything you need to see will be all there. So you can understand exactly what you need to do. Okay. So, is it possible for BFT members to commit some of their capital to the funding program? Well, why? We're gonna fund you up to $1 million. You could trade a separate account, your own account with your own capital. You know, that's what I'd probably say. As you're making money, trade your own account as well. But yeah. I agree with Shen. I'm so pleased to have discovered Breakfree Trading. Also superb. Thank you, Donovan. It's great to have you on board. Alright. Let's see how this trade plays out. I mean, we've got our liquidations. Into the level. I mean, in hindsight, it's probably played out once already here. However, it could still be okay. It could still work. Out. Anyone seeing any trades? Also, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. If you came in late, hit the like button for me. Your guys' levels are so freaking accurate. I mean, they're pretty good. Yeah. Sometimes it amazes me still. Like, after how many years I've been with Breakfree Trading, like, it still amazes me some of the levels, you know? When you just get that wick straight off the level, and you're just like, that's just perfect. They're pretty good. Let's look at this EOS trade. What do you think about the Euro Swiss franc one-day trade? Euro Swiss franc, let's look. Yeah, I like it. It's a weak downtrend. I like it though. What I like about it is just this structure here. This structure here that's being respected. That's what I like about it. So I've got this one placed on this account. I've got this one placed on all of my accounts. So the weekly market review, my personal account, and then this account as well. Tom, what are your timeframes for non-aggressive evaluation phase? 3 months. However, it's up to the coach's discretion if they want to extend that for you as well. So say you've been trading well, being very patient, managing a risk appropriately, all those things, Riley. You know what? Yeah, you've been doing all the right things and the coach sees that and you just simply need some more time to finish the evaluation phase, then the coach will absolutely give you that extra time. Up to the coach's discretion. It's up to the coach to make that decision. How far back on the chart do you look for repeats? Does it matter if the repeated level is broken for a while? Yeah, so what I do is for repeated trades, what I look for is I look for that structure to break. So for example, like if we're looking at this here, you know, this piece of price action here, that would be number 1, that would be number 2, this would be coming in for the 3rd. That's now broken. So if it goes back up above here, then this would not, that would be a fresh touch basically for me because this structure broke. Can you tell us what the fees? Yeah, so we'll be starting from about $3.99, Raul, and that is going to include 3 months of the discovery plan as well. Love your BFT. BFT loves you. Said BFT loves you. Shen means you wanting your own capital when or if we or someone has it to make that capital work for us, knowing they have confidence in the trading with BFT. Oh, sorry, Spirit. Not sure what you mean. What's the fee? Oh, I just mentioned that. Grinding to consistency, making profits within 15-minute time frame. Right, thanks. I've skipped trades due to that. Yeah. US dollars, Raul. US dollars. Yep. Yep. You'll be able to see all those details once we launch it. But I mean, yeah, like I said, you know, the algorithm itself for 3 months, access to the fund, and also the one-on-one coaching. So it's yeah, a fair bit included, and it's actually really cheap. Max drawdown. It'll be equity drawdown, Lou. So equity drawdown on all stages, no relative drawdown at all. 4% of your starting capital will be for the evaluation phase. I think they mean that they can have profit to us as a buffer on drawdown. I think they mean can they leave profit in. Yes. It's equity drawdown. So if you have made profits in the account, it'll be equity drawdown. Yeah. Sounds like great value to me. Thank you, Dan. Does it matter what strategy we use with Exmo to qualify for funding? There won't be restrictions on the strategy, but if you start to, you know, if you're like buying every single resistance and selling every single support and just constantly trading against the trend and all this kind of thing, the coach is going to intervene and be like, you know, why are you doing this? Okay. So, you know, if you're doing all of those things, then yeah, we're not going to be super happy about that. I think they want to invest into BFT. Oh, they want to invest into BFT. All right, okay. Not looking for fun. Not doing a funding round right now, guys. I didn't catch this from the start. So how did we have to pay for that? Do we have to pay for that? What's that? I'm not sure what that is, Alex. Can you clarify what you mean? It would be worth just for the one-on-one coaching. That's what we thought too. That's what we thought too. Well, let's have a look at this Euro SEK trade. All right, we punched hard through this. We might get stopped out here. Let's see if extension 2 saves us. Extension 2 getting hit right now. Let's see if it saves us. Who will be the coaches? In round 1, it'll be a few people, myself, Asger, a few other BFT team members. So, be some good coaches. We'll have some good coaches, don't worry. But yeah, like I said, guys, we're not, you know, we're going to have to limit the first round. The first round is going to have a limited cap on it in terms of how many people we can accept into the fund. Well, number one, because it's the first round, and we just want to make sure that we're doing it all correctly. We can make sure we're giving the attention we need to the one-on-one, to the traders in terms of that one-on-one coaching. And obviously, you know, there's capital requirements that we need to have there as well. So there will be a limited number that we can enter in the first round. No, anything. So that only Forex pairs and indexes. King's Free Music says we won't have a restriction if we've got it on our if you've got it on your basically what we're going to be doing is like a really native experience to the navigator. So you're basically going to have your BFT funded account that you can log into directly from the navigator here. And whatever's available in that is you're available to trade. So, metals, commodities, cryptos, indices, whatever's available there, we're happy for you to trade it. Well, for the coaching and to be able to participate in the program. Oh yeah, starting at $3.99, Alex. When the funding program will be available to apply for. Fingers crossed this week. Fingers crossed. Any idea what the limit on the numbers will be? I've got an idea, but I don't want to say it right now just in case I change my mind. Are there requirements to participate in that first round, or is it like first come, first serve? Yeah, it'll be first come, first serve, Raul. I mean, regarding giving funding to BFT traders instead of looking for receiving funding to us. Oh, I understand what you mean. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Clean straight through this. That is exotics for you on low time frames. BFT traders instead of... it's not a plan right now, Spirit. Not a plan right now to be taking on funds. Once you start taking on investors' funds, then you've got plenty of problems, like that just causes more issues than it's worth. Taking on investors' funds, so yeah. Probably not. These are nice looking trades here. Look at this. Been in this strong downtrend. Just nailing this level here. Perfect. Sangeven. Hello, Sangeven. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Shen, sad face. I probably wouldn't be taking this one myself because, for me, it's probably played out already a couple of times. If you were taking these trades all through this time frame here, perfect. But for me, what we're looking at here is we're looking at something that looks a little bit ranging. We're ranging here a little bit, and there's every chance that it could have bust up, maybe go back to here somewhere before continuing its way down. So, this is like a classic repeated trade to me. Yeah, sounds like the start of a great new chapter for BFT, Tom. Absolutely, Martin. Absolutely. We've got so many plans, so much in store for you guys. Like, it's really, really exciting. It's just a matter of doing all the things, what to prioritize, what to do next. We have more ideas. May I try to ask how long you're with BFT? Yeah, I was one of the first ever members of BFT. It must be at least 2 years ago now. Spirit. At least 2 years ago, one of the first ever members. And yeah, it's just been a great journey since then. Lots of legal and accounting headaches to... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Dan, you're right, completely. So where do I sign up? Sorry if you already said that. Oh, the website isn't live yet, Alex, but it will be live hopefully by the end of this week. Where is Asger? Was hoping he would be on with you this evening. You work well together, and why is there so many questions about funding, Donovan? Because I opened a can of worms about funding. We've been kind of teasing this for quite some time, so everyone is very interested about funding at the moment, Donovan, because we've been teasing it for a while. So, what song is this? The last one? It's Down in Flames, I believe, by Ella Voss, Down in Flames. This one's called Sunset Lover. It's on a Spotify playlist. If you're in Telegram, ping me and I'll link you the playlist. Just ping me after this stream, Emmanuel, if you want the playlist. Tom, in 2 years, what's your average weekly profit? I mean, on average, I hit 5% some weeks and I just stopped trading. But, probably on average, like, it's really hard to say, to be honest with you, but, probably 2 to 3% or something like this if you include all the bad weeks and the good weeks. So, yeah. I'm a pretty conservative trader, though. Once I hit 5%, I just stop. I don't want to trade beyond that. I'm just like, nope, that's it. I'm done. So, yeah. This looks good. I placed this one in the other accounts as well. Okay, there we go. This looks like a good trade. There we go. Very good. All right, guys. Any other questions for me? I mean, it's been a while already. Any other questions or any trades to look at? Let's look at some trades. Singapore 30. Oh, dumping. Okay. Punching into this hard level here. What does the mapping do? So the mapping is basically if your broker calls the pair or the symbol you've got there. If the broker calls the symbol something different to what we call it here, so for example like SG30, what's probably going to happen is it's going to tell me this is not a tradable market. So I need to go and find if IC Markets offers Singapore 30 here. I don't think they do. No, I don't think they do. So what you would do is you would map that. Yeah, so just Spirit, just click just tap me, you know, if you see me in global chat, just tap my name and then you'll be able to just direct message me and I'll give you the link to the playlist. I think I'll focus first on doing demo for 2 to 3 months and going live before joining the funding program as not much experience yet. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a great idea, Shen. You know, do demo for a few months, get an understanding of yourself, your emotions and all that kind of thing, and then look to join the funding program. You have plenty of time. BFT truly has an upper edge compared to other retail traders, maybe even institutional traders. Absolutely, Emmanuel, absolutely. You know, everything we do is about, you know, who's making a mistake. And usually it's those retail traders that are making a mistake. Selling support, buying resistance, shorting uptrends, buying downtrends, all this kind of thing, right? So, you know, this is really what X mode and BFT is completely designed for. It's capitalizing on those errors that your basic average retail trader always loves to make. You know, they love to make these errors. Euro USD, yeah. Do you even trade the NYSE markets on IC Markets? No, I don't. I used to have them on I used to have them on this account, but I never found myself trading them. I always kind of found myself just trading metals, forex, crypto. Crypto is pretty good on IC Markets, like Bitcoin and Ethereum are particularly good. Anything beyond that and spreads are a bit too high, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are decent on IC Markets. You get a decent spread. Yeah. What am I looking at? Euro USD. Let's do Euro USD here. You said first, when you expect to see a second round in a few weeks, months, or a specific date? Funding program. Oh, I don't know, Raul. It depends what happens in the first round, you know, like, it all depends on what happens in the first round. How much capital we've got and everything like this to allocate to a second round. So, yeah, couldn't really foretell. I couldn't foresee, to be honest. It might be one round for quite some time. Very hard to tell. Is it possible to set the alerts for only Forex? Most likely, yeah. Let me take a look. Euro USD. What are we looking at here on Euro USD? We've got an uptrend. Probably a trade here on a lower time frame, I would say. Yeah, it looks exactly like the Aussie dollar US dollar trade. This same structure here. Let's take a look at Aussie dollar US dollar and see what is happening. AUD USD. See what's happening on that. Yeah, exactly the same. See, these are almost exactly the same here. The price action is almost identical between Euro USD and Aussie dollar USD. This is why you can get overexposed even on different pairs. you can get overexposed to the exact same price action. So you need to be very mindful of this when you're going through different markets. Just having a mind on, what did I just see, or what did I see a few markets ago, and is it exactly the same as what I'm seeing right now? You know, there was a note that I spoke about it in the weekly market review either this week or the week before. There was like 3 trades, 3 Swiss franc trades: Euro Swiss franc, Pound Swiss franc, and something else. And they all looked identical. They were all like the identical trade, basically. Let's look at the alerts. All time frames, all instruments, all setup types. No, I don't think that is an option, to be honest with you. To just select Forex. You'd have to select it instrument by instrument, but I mean, that's not really... That's a bit annoying. No, it's just gonna have to be, yeah, you're gonna have to have the alerts as they are, basically. Spirit. Tom, 1 hour setup means always changing in/with 1 hour candles and being out to the trade by the end of the day. There's no limit on when you're going to be in and out of a trade on any given time frame. Even a 15-minute time frame trade could last multiple days. I mean, it's highly unlikely, but it could. When we refer to a 1 hour trade, right, we're referring to the 1 hour time frame being that the candlesticks, each candlestick represents 1 hour of price fluctuations, okay? Each one of these candlesticks closes every hour, Spirit. Is that what you mean? Always changing in/with. What you'll notice is like the X mode levels change with each candlestick close. You know, they might not always change, but it's usually on the candlestick closes and the open of the next candlestick that the X mode levels will change, and then those data points will end up changing the strategy mode trades as well there for you, Spirit. So yeah, after each candlestick closes, you'll notice that X mode changes, strategy mode trades leave, things like this, new strategy mode trades come, etc. Or the caveat to that is if extension 2 breaks. If extension 2 breaks, then usually what happens is X mode will update immediately from that point, and then the range will expand. How do I switch fast to another trading account in BFT? Well, you just disconnect it and then switch to whatever account you want, and then it just saves your details. It saves your details in here, so you can just do that. Pretty fast. Faster than logging in and out of MT4 accounts or MT5 in the MT5 terminal. Much faster. Way faster. So it's pretty fast. Woo. Woo. Look at that. What are we doing here? Okay, it's a short trade. Looks like it's actually disappearing. Probably from there, I'd say something like that would be the trade. Decent stop loss if that's the trade, because we've got this previous market structure. We did have this crazy wick here. Yeah, real easy, Werner, absolutely. We did have this crazy wick here. However, you know, the real market structure is here. So, you know, if we break that, then, you know, we're likely invalidated and we're probably heading up somewhere like there. So if that's the trade, I think it's pretty decent. I actually like the idea of the trade overall, to be honest with you. Anyone got any trades, setups, anything like this to look at? Oh, I saw someone wanted ETH USDT. Someone wanted me to look at ETH. ETH is in an absolute monster uptrend right now. Absolute monster of an uptrend. What you'll notice here, look, extension 2 is like just holding right now. If extension 2 breaks, then what you'll likely see is this N will shift up to here, and then we'll get a range expansion. Then what we might see is a pullback back to this N level, and then a trade off there, like a BRC type trade off there. This will likely become the hard support level. But right now, I mean, it's just an incredibly strong uptrend. So what are we doing in an incredibly strong uptrend? We're looking for pullbacks to buy support. That is all we are doing. Looking for pullbacks to buy support. And we might even get a break here of extension 2 on the 1-day time frame relatively soon if we see any more bullishness. Right now, it's just holding on. Just holding on. But, you know, this is like... This is parabolic. This is absolutely parabolic. What you've got to be prepared for is like, okay, well, where could this come back to reasonably? And 25k is absolutely reasonable for this market to pull back to. You know, we could absolutely see ETH pull back to 25k. For sure. For sure. And then trade off that. So it's like, you know, maybe you even have some stink bids in here, right? Just some stink bids placed in here, you know, at 20, not 25k. What am I saying? 2500, not 25k. At 2500, you know, just place some stink bids in here. You know, if the market just absolutely dumps and you just catch a nice wick straight off there, right? I think that would be a nice point to just place some bids. I'm gonna map that, aren't I? Oh, it's mapped. Yeah, I mean, I would love to buy ETH if it comes back to 2500. I would absolutely love to buy it if it came back to here. And I'd love to buy it if it just completely dumped to here as well. If it just literally dumped hard, I would absolutely love to buy this because I could absolutely see like a massive wick just coming straight off this level. Like, I mean, if it was a real grind over a very long period of time, like a huge period of time, and it really ground and ground and ground and ground and ground down to that level, then, you know, we're probably in a downtrend by then, and I'm probably not looking to buy this if we switch over to a downtrend, because what you'll see is if we have this really, really hard grind over, you know, like months and months and months, then you'll get this RTD absolutely crossing over to like sideways and then to downtrend, and then I'm not really interested in buying in a downtrending market. But if it's a really quick dump and then pop back up, it'd be really, really nice. But I mean, stink bids, like these are highly unlikely that it gets filled, but if it does, then I'm ready to go, right? If it does, then I'm absolutely ready. All right. Any other questions, guys? Tons of equities here. Ton of equities. USD Huff. Oh yeah. I don't mind this at all. I really like this actually, and especially if we form like this flag into here, something like that. If we see this come into this level like this, pop it down like this, I would love it. You know, you see the exact same structure as this right here. See this? Right there. Flag into resistance. Fall down. Flag into resistance. Fall down. Talking about ETH, Renee? Renee? Is it Renee or Renee? Rennie or Renee? Or am I just completely off the mark entirely? Yep, I'm placing that one. I just got wrecked by that pair on for Alex. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is, Stefan. £500 considered a small amount to begin trading with. You could probably get away with it. I mean, like, I've got a video about this actually on this YouTube channel. What you need to start trading or something like that, I think it's called. And $1,000 US would be, I would say, the minimum good amount where it's not going to affect your ability to manage risk. It's not going to affect your ability to execute your strategy or anything like that. $1,000. Otherwise, you're putting yourself in a position where you can't actually trade on higher time frames because you don't have enough money in the account. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're forced to trade on low time frames. Okay? Pull back. What are you saying? Pull back to 3.7 or to there. Yeah, I mean, this could probably act as a support now, especially if extension 2 breaks. This is probably going to start acting as a support. But, yeah, I mean, pull back to this level. Probably find a trade on a lower time frame. Absolutely, this is the point to buy, though. If it comes back to here, then we're buying from there. For sure. Renee? Yeah, okay. Renee. Sorry for pronouncing it incorrectly, Renee. Yeah, all these, like, basically shit coins. All these shit coins showing up here. From your training, I understood exactly what you just done. From your training, I understood exactly what you just done in placing that order. Wonderful. Renee. Yeah, Renee, yeah. That's good, Donovan. Very good. You understood or you didn't understand? If you understood, that's perfect. The training did exactly what it was supposed to do then. Exactly what it was supposed to do. Let's take a look at pending orders and risk. Our risk is fine. Okay. Tom, what thoughts you have regarding 100% alignment on R's or N's similar with 75% alignment? Thanks. My thoughts around those are just the important points in the market. Those are the points we're trading around, right? The 100% and the 75% alignment levels, okay? So first we're identifying our bias in terms of the trend, and then we're identifying points that we can buy and sell at. And those are those really important levels to the market that are being identified by X mode, all right? And if you turn X mode and also strategy mode on at the same time, what you'll notice is these strategy mode trades are always around those 100% alignment and 75% alignment levels. So, you know, if you're an X mode trader, for example, you might be able to even front run these levels from showing up. if you've got a really good understanding of how they eventuate, how X mode changes with each candle close, and with each piece of price action you're seeing, how the X mode changes. Are these Fibonacci related? No, they're not. They're just they're about price action and market structure. They're not Fibonacci related. However, if you're doing Fibonacci, what you'll notice, right? If you come into Breakfree Trading and you're used to like Fibonacci, trend lines, moving averages, all this kind of bullshit, what you'll find is that usually these levels coincide with those same points, right? Now, that's not because X mode is based on that. X mode is just based on the market structure. But, you'll find that usually it coincides, or it's like our level is just that little bit better, where it's like most of retail are looking for respect of the Fibonacci or the moving average or something, and then our level actually gets respected by the market, and then they get stopped out or something like that because their stop loss is too tight or something like this. Tom, sometimes these 75%, 100% do not hold and they break. Is there price action that you rely on to help you decide whether they will hold or break? Yeah, these levels do break. Like, it's never perfect, right? The 75% alignment and the 100% alignment levels, they're not perfect, okay? They're not going to hold every single time. In terms of price action, I mean, if you're trading on the lower time frames, what you can do is you can confirm the importance of the level by waiting to see how the market reacts at the level first. However, if I'm on the higher time frames, like the 1 day time frame, I'm very comfortable just placing the trade because I know that I'm probably not going to get a second opportunity at placing this trade, especially when I've got a fresh touch just like this. My price action that I'm looking at here is this bear flag into the level, so I'm pretty confident that I'm probably not going to get a second touch, so I'm not going to look for any sort of confirmation around the level. I'd only be looking for confirmation around the level if it's like a really low time frame trade or something like that. Maybe I'm looking for like a bullish engulfing or a bearish engulfing or something like this around the level, or a nice wick off the level or something like that as well. I went through that in a live stream called Let's Talk Price Action. So if you go to our YouTube channel, go to the live stream playlist, there'll be a one called Let's Talk Price Action, and you'll be able to see I talk about some price action in that one there. Most DIC supply and demand or break retesting continuation. Yeah. For sure, winner. Alright. Any other questions, guys? Anything else to look at? Anything else to consider here? Crypto's fair few crypto trades available, huh? Some strong uptrends in crypto. I mean, look at that pump. Wow. Oof. Oof. Look at that. Right there. Very nice. Right on that level. Bang. Look at that wick. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alrighty, guys. If there's no other questions, I'm probably going to sign off now. It's been about an hour. Oh, may I say 15-minute 1 hour trades are charting are better suited for nervous instruments. For nervous, volatile instruments, right. Not necessarily Spirit. I mean, on the 1 hour time frame and the 15-minute time frame, it's not really suited for anything in particular, right? Like, it's all just about you being able to be in front of the chart and see what's going on all the time, go across different time frames to identify what's happening in that trade as well. I mean, you might win on a exotic pair, you might win on a major. Honestly, it's just about executing a risk over and over again. But on those lower time frames, you need to be able to keep an eye on the trade and keep an idea around the price action as well, okay? Just like I spoke about in that other video I did, Let's Talk Price Action. Thank you, Pierre. Appreciate it, mate. Your Aussie dollar, US dollar just hit stop loss, did it? Probably. Is about to hit stop loss. Yeah, it just dumped, didn't it? Yep. Stop loss probably taken. Other videos, great, Stefan. Plenty out there. Could you look at Polygon-matic, please? Polygon-matic? Sounds like a shitcoin. Appreciate your work, Tom. Take care. Thank you, Toadster. Appreciate it, mate. Donovan. What is Polygon-matic? Polygon-matic, maybe? Is it this? I don't know. It's like it's pumping. Pushing into resistance on 4-hour time frame. Let's look at 1 day. Yeah. Cool. I mean, same thing as a bunch of shitcoins in a strong uptrend right now. If you get a pullback, sure, good buying opportunity. But at the same time, it could dump through and you could see this thing dump pretty hard. But, you know, if this is the market you like to trade, then looks like a good buying area. That's all I can say, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Shen. Thank you, Stephen. Oink. Will you go back into Aussie dollar, US dollar? USDT. Let's have a look. Will I go back into it? Weak trend now. See how this plays out, yeah? If we come back up above here, we may have another opportunity here. You know, what we might see, if we see something like this, right? Come back up, something like this, pop above, come back for a retest, and we get some nice structure around here form. Maybe it's a worthwhile trade. It all depends on what the trend looks like at that time, okay? If we just get like the local completely flip and just becomes like a strong uptrend instead of a strong downtrend, then we'll have an overall uptrend, like a decent uptrend again, like probably either average or high or something like this. And then we'll be in an opportunity where we can probably buy it there. But other than that, I'm not really doing anything right now in this market. Hey, are you physically in Sydney, your local time? I'm in the Gold Coast in Australia. Thank you very much. Said almost finishing already. Liked is sent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you like it, guys. Like the video up. Thanks, Rich. Barry, thank you. I will sleep well after a few hours. I think I've got to let this coffee wear off. So I'll probably be around for another few hours. I'm in the Gold Coast. Yeah, not Sydney. I think daylight saving is over, so it's the same time zone though. Thank you, Little Lion. Thank you for joining again. Great to have you. You know who I missed? Euless. Euless was not here. Renee, thank you. Wow, Tom, I was in the Gold Coast just 2 years ago. Yeah, Gold Coast here, doing university, were you, Shen? Okay, did you go to Griffith University, I guess? That's where I studied finance. Thank you, Oink. Thank you. Yeah, it's Griffith University. That's where I've got a finance degree from there. Wonderful area. Beautiful area, absolutely, Spirit. Yeah. Awesome. Alrighty then, guys. Well, look, it's been a blast, everybody. Thank you very much. Make sure to like the video. Ping me if you need anything. Nick, are you league or AFL? Union, Nick. I played rugby union for 10 years. Yeah. I played rugby union. Michael, up late in Melbourne. Thank you for joining. Very late for you. Thank you so much for joining. How many hours do I trade on per day? You seem to be online all day. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing other things as well. You know, I'm doing other things, BFT related things. But you know, I'm pretty much got a chart open all the time. Superclass, thank you for the UK. Looking forward to the next one. Going on to the training course now. Awesome, Donovan. Don't miss the YouTube videos as well, okay? Nick, what team? Oh, Nick, what team in rugby? I support the Reds. So I support the Reds. But I mean, in terms of me playing, like I played in all sorts of teams growing up. I was pretty heavily into rugby union growing up. Thank you, Shen. Thank you. Sanya, thank you for joining. Always a pleasure to have you here, Sanya. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Dan. Nice win the other night. Absolutely, Dan. Yeah, pulled that one out. It was great. Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Ping me in the chats, in the global chat. Just tag me in the global chat if you need me for anything. Look at a trade, whatever it is you want to do. Over and out, everybody. Thank you.